and physically ready. Hi again, thanks for joining us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Now it was a great Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, Game 2, just a month into the tip-off. We've got Boston taking on Miami. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. And as we take a look here at Kevin Garnett, guys, what's your take?
Well, the thing with Garnett, Kevin, is he's still one of the best players in the league. He doesn't finish quite as well around the basket as he once did, but he's got a knockdown jump shot at that mid-range level. Excellent defender, good rebounder, and basically just a winner.
Well, he is a winner because he does all of those things. He scores, he defends, but it's not just about scoring with him. He's a pretty good playmaker from the post too, Steve. He's become quite adept at spotting cutters and slashes when he's got the ball in the post.
If you look at Miami, a successful outing in Game 1 has them right where they want to be with a chance here, guys, to take Game 2 on their home court.
And anytime you can go up 2-0 in a series, it's not a guarantee, but history tells us that you almost always win. So, huge game here tonight.
Well, I'll take it a step further and say whichever team wins this game will go on to win the series, Steve. It's a bold statement to make, but I'm not afraid of bold statements. I do believe that.
Now here's Garnett. Rajon Rondo, the basket on the assist from Kevin Garnett. Rondo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. That's the pick for LeBron. Kicks it to Wade. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Here is Rondo. In low to Garnett. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Chris Bosh.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of this one. The free throw drops for Garnett. Good from Garnett.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Chalmers against Rondo. Chalmers passes to Battier. He feeds it to LeBron. It's back to Battier. Rocket 6. The Heat need to get a shot off. Wade for 3. And it's Paul Pierce with the rebound. Rondo against Chalmers. Now here's Rondo. Tight defense on him. Here's Garnett. Outside for Rondo. Expanding his range. Kept alive by Boston. LeBron with him. The pass to Chalmers. Yes, that's LeBron picking up the assist. Chalmers has got himself on the board with 3 there.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Rondo against Chalmers. Rondo kicks the pass. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the spot for 2. Celtics have had 2 chances at the line already, making both. No good. And he sinks the second. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Chalmers with it. Outside Bosh. Bosh double teamed. Back to Wade. Throws it up high. And then Bosh with the jam.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then first to the rim for the alley-oop
slam.
No doubt, Clark. Their teammate with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game. A potential momentum builder.
And it's Rondo penetrating. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass. That drops.
You know, when the size advantage is that pronounced, you know, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
Now here's James. James gets the screen from Bosch. James with it. Now defended by Bass. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
What was the defense doing there? He is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
And he gets it to go.
And you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
The Heat trail by 6. Bosch, a screen on Allen. No one against Reed. It's stolen by Garnett. An even 3-on-3 break. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the best shooters during the postseason. Number 5 is Chris Bosch.
Well, you always want to shoot a high percentage, and that goes back to the kind of shots you get. There's no better time than the postseason to knock down most of the shots that you take.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. And what'd you find out, Doris?
Coach didn't mince words for his team, telling them that even though they took game 1, they'll need to come out and play the same way to keep home court advantage. He said so far, we've just held serve, and it's only going to get tougher from here on out.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Rondo. And again, Boston with the triple.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a three-point battle like this.
Now here's LeBron. Chalmers with it. Now Garnett defending. Chalmers dishes to Battier. Shot clock at 5. And there's Mario Chalmers on the assist by Battier. Chalmers has got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, that was impressive. He did not hesitate to take the ball right up against the bigger defender.
Well, I like that aggressive mindset there, Steve.
Now here's Rondo. 6 points for him. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. The Heat trail by 4. 1:33 left in the first. He had a nice open look right there. Cole's got his first 2 points.
And we should thank the defense for those 2 points. Really, nobody paid him any mind there.
Bradley passes to Steenstra. This one for 3, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Here's Cole. Lewis outside. Great D that time from Sullinger. Celtics leading by 5. Right side, Green. To the middle. It's deflected. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
Now, that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
Outside Bradley. He dishes it to Green. Feeds it to Steensma. With the shot. High quality look, and he sinks it.
They got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yeah, it's been a clinic at that end of the floor, no question.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Cole kicks to Lewis. The 3. That's good. Lewis has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the 3.
Now Bradley. Crawford outside. And again, Boston with the triple. Here's Miller. No good. Oh, Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Celtics lead by 7. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
Game 3, Eastern Conference Finals. LeBron James and the Miami Heat take on Rajon Rondo and the Boston Celtics. It's the NBA Thursday.
Welcome back to our coverage of the NBA Eastern Conference Final as we get things started once again. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Boston.
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. They're doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Boston, forwards Jeff Green and Jared Sullinger. Avery Bradley is out there with Rajon Moore, and it's Hollins in at the 3, the center filling out the middle. Good.
Yeah, they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
The Heat trail by 9. Here's Cole. Excellent D there from Hollins.
Excellent, really solid job actually by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Here's Sullinger, and a foul calling on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, Clark knows more about Sullinger than I do, being that they're both Buckeyes. But I'll tell you what I like about him is just the fact that he's got that big, wide base, so strong inside, and he uses that strength as leverage to get shots off inside and get offensive rebounds.
Yeah, he's anchored in pretty well as a fundamentally sound low-post scorer. He knows what he's doing down there. Uses angles well, receptive strength, and the footwork is really solid.
And the second free throw, good. Miami's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Here's Wade. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And he's got his first chance at the line here. Celtics leading by 7. And it's Rondo penetrating from the basket. Good. Rondo's got 8.
Late reaction from the defense. And he's always going to make good on that.
The Heat have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's LeBron. The rebound by the Celtics. Coming to this one after losing on Sunday.
And that result was no surprise, Clark, because they play very loose with the ball now.
Yeah, they were carefree. Footloose and fancy-free with the ball doesn't get it done. And how often do we see it, Steve? The team that loses the turnover battle loses the game.
3 on 3. Moore with the steal. And even 3 on 3 break. Pierce inside the three-point line. It's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists tonight. Wade gets a screen from Bernardo. And it's Dwyane Moore with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Kevin Garnett is checked in for Boston. Allen comes in for Dwyane Moore. Here's Bosch. He takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotation and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
And the basket by Chalmers.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Celtics leading by 5. Outside Rondo. Quarter two, and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Takes the 13-footer, and Garnett gets it to go on the assist by Rondo. Rondo's got 4 assists now tonight. Bosch has the pick for James. Inside to Bosch. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Bosch has got his 3rd basket of the night. Boston's gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. Allen outside. Jacks up a 3. Miami grabs the miss. And LeBron comes it down the hole.
Great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
And that was Keel bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. And it's Rondo penetrating, stolen by Bosch. And here we go. Fast break.
Look out. I don't know that this is the time for that kind of play. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
Here's Rondo, following the score by Miami. Inside Rondo. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
The Heat have not defended well against Rajon Rondo.
He has 8 points, and he's knocked down a pair of 3-pointers in this game, too.
Well, they might want to think about setting a few more screens for him to try to give him another open look or 2.
He's off on the first. Some changes for Boston. Steamsma checked in for Garnett. Bass comes in for Sullinger. And Jordan Crawford is subbed in for Pierce. Good on the second free throw. Closing in on 4 minutes play here in the second quarter. LeBron drives in, and he hits it to tie the game up. James has got 4 this quarter.
Tell you what, LeBron can absolutely soar in for the finish. I remember last year, the alley-oop in the conference finals against Indiana. Just put his head on the rim.
Air freight is a nickname we could dub LeBron James. I mean, he's an unstoppable force and an immovable object. Defensively, with strength, length, mobility, he can wall you up and lock you down and put you away.
Rondo's shot is off. Now the Heat with it. They're on a 17-7 run. Battier dishes to LeBron. Shoots the 3. Battier's shot good. And now a 3-point Heat lead.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Rondo against Chalmers. The 19-foot shot. Again, Rondo missing. Miami's gone 4 of 6 from outside the arc tonight. Wade drives in, rejected by Banks. And the basket by Chalmers. So the Celtics call timeout their first.
Well, they're getting way too many easy shots from the paint. So this timeout is specifically for that reason. You've got to tighten up the defense and start to make it harder for that offensive team.
I know it's easier said than done, but right now it just doesn't seem like the necessary effort is there.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Brad Stevens had some words for his team over the break. He told his players not to spend so much time trying to find the perfect shot. He said, listen, there are no bad shots. Take them when you've got them. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris.
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
Oh, boy. Whipped cream, cherry on top. It always comes back to dessert. Defensively, you cannot forget about him. He gave him a wide open look there. Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity they have.
Well, they need to be.
Back to Crawford. Jeff Green on the wing. Lewis covering. Crawford passes to Banks. An open shot. Crawford. And again, it's Boston converting. Miami's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Out to Miller from about 19 feet. No luck.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
Bradley drives in.
This is a tremendous solo run he's on. I mean, the kind we've seen him have so many times before.
Second quarter ends in a tight one. It's the Celtics up one. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, I'm here with Coach Eric Spoelstra. And Coach, at what end of the floor are you guys looking to make adjustments for in this second half?
Well, on both ends, decision-making offensively, with the turnovers, got him out in the open court, got him some easy ones, and we have to settle into our game. Defensively, try to disrupt him a little bit. It's been way too easy balls.
Eric, appreciate it. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter for this one.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Hello out there and welcome to the halftime report as the conference finals continue on 2K Sports. A tightly contested game for Boston up against the Miami Heat. A win today would even things up in this series. Rajon Rondo making his presence felt early. He's up to 9 points and he's stacking up the assists too, keeping the defense off balance with his passing. Also, Miami looking good in the first half. They've been relentless attacking the rim, dominating in points in the paint, and the bodies down low have been banging away. Mario Chalmers is playing great through 2 quarters. We're at halftime and still, he hasn't missed a shot. It's been a pure shooting exhibition. That'll be it for the halftime report. The second half is coming right up. Hope to see you next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
It's the NBA playoffs. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action here in this game 2. An exceptional performance from Crawford.
Well, he created a lot of opportunities for himself in the first couple of quarters. And I'll tell you what, he was smart with his shot making, too. He really took good ones.
You know, points per shot attempted is really one of the undervalued stats in the game, and it's a real measurement of efficient scoring.
Miami trailer. On the wings, it's Wade and LeBron James. Chris Bosh is out there with Shane Battier, and it's Chalmers in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Here's Wade. It counts. And the foul. And puts one up.
They've been so efficient in the paint in this game. That's an area they totally dominated.
You know, once they ID'd the edge they had inside, they just continued to attack it.
For Miami, they have shot just 1 free throw early. 1 for 1 in the game. Boston's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Dwyane Wade. Savage. That's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
Especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt.
The free throw drops for Rondo. Now here's LeBron. Bosh, a screen on Pierce. James kicks to Bosh. Releases from 15. Again, the Heat good for 2. But third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
Yeah, both teams playing well. Neither club able to pull away.
Passes shot. Good.
He's been key for this team's offense, the way he's distributed the ball.
Yeah, you know, the offense is just moving through him, Steve. No doubt.
Now, here's Chalmers. He's got 9. There's the triple. The rebound by the Celtics. Bass has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Rondo drives in. Shot's good. And it's a 3-point Boston lead.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Rajon Rondo with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's on fire. And they needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Brad Stevens was giving to his team. He wants his players to step up the pace. He told them they should be looking to get out and run every chance they get. The second thing he talked about was working hard to get their shooters open. He wants them looking for those gaps on the perimeter and letting it fly whenever they find them. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris. And he's able to get it back. That's off target. Not sure why he took that one. Well, he has gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Brandon Bass. Wade dishes to Buck. Can't hit from in close.
I like the work there, contesting that shot. It looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic. They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
James, an amazing finish with a hand right in his face. James has got 9.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Chalmers against Rondo. Rondo off the pitch from Sullivan. Allen, that's good.
You know, they've been so effective when they've been able to get the ball inside.
Some real shortcomings from this defense. I mean, they've given up 5 straight looks in the paint.
The Heat trail by 3. Pass to Wade. Soft touch off the glass. 10 points for him.
That's his brand of basketball, and he plays it as well as anyone. And as we get into crunch time, they need him at his best.
And finished off by Sullinger. This game going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see
Come
in a
on.
blowout, Kevin, or even
Oh.
an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is on this.
Well, you know what, Kevin? Come on, Kevin. I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up. I mean, he threw it down with force.
And the try's good.
And after that last game, I'm not surprised to see him so hot. He's got it rolling right now.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And while we have a chance, let's now take a look at the NBA's season assist leaders. Number 1, Rajon Rondo. Boston making a switch here. Collins is checked in. Percent clip. Here's Sullinger, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltender.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And the Heat making a change here. Vernato's checked in. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Chalmers passes to Vernado. Wade outside. Pass to LeBron. The jump hook. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. And that's 11 points for LeBron.
Really nice work inside there. He'll always give you a battle on the interior guy.
And it's Rondo penetrating. Uncovered. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
Wow, are they moving the ball right now? They look good.
Wade kicks to Battier. And here's Wade. 12 points for him. Renato. And he gets it to go.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
That's what they're looking for down the stretch. Right. More of the same. Get it inside.
Now here's Rondo. They lead by 1 to the paint. Holland dishes to Rondo. Shot misses. Great D that time from Chalmers. A drive by Wade. Chalmers with it. Then Allen picks him up defensively. And Chalmers kicks to Wade. for the lead. That's good. Wade's got 14 points.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Outside Rondo. From deep. Here's Sullinger. Rejected by Bernardo. In transition, here comes Miami. James with the ball. Chalmers pass to Bernardo. And he uses the glass on the layup. Bernardo's got his third basket of the night right there.
The 2 points are pretty much a lock when they're able to get the ball into that position inside.
Here's Rondo. Again, Rondo missing.
Well, eventually he'll start knocking those down. Again, he did make 2 in the first half.
Oh, how about that, basketball man? Wow. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
But there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right. Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And a new group in for the Celtics. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Looking to end the run. Here's Bass. Changes up. He lays it in. Bass has got 9 points.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in the second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
And again, it's Dwyane Wade.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
And here's Green outside. Shot is off. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Heat lead by 5. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, we might as well call it the State Farm play of the game. This is just a marvelous piece of coordination between 2 teammates, perfectly in sync on the alley-oop.
Celtics trail by 5. On the court for the Celtics. At the 2 and 3, it's Avery Bradley and Jeff Green. Bass and KG, the big ticket, patrol the inside. And it's Moore in at the 1.
That's not the way for a team to get back into a game by giving up easy shots like that. It has to start at the defensive end.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Bradley, and fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. That's on Mike Miller.
Well, he allowed him to get all the way to the rim, so actually a pretty good play to foul him and make him shoot free throw.
And then no choice really but to foul and stop the dunk. Don't let that happen.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
And they're attacking the gaps in the defense with their quick, aggressive drives into the paint area.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for Boston. Second free throw, no good. The Heat with the lead. Miller kicks to Lewis. There's the dish to Bosch. And it's Miller penetrating. Can't get it to fall.
That was a pretty simple shot to execute. Just couldn't get it to go.
Out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for Miami. Miami's won 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. He kicks to Haslam. Haslam gets a screen from Chalmers. Here's Wade, and he gets it to go. Wade's got 15 points in just the second half.
I'll tell you what I love about him. His ability to finish even while absorbing contact. He is so strong. Even with the defenders hanging all over him as he continues to finish at the basket.
And what a maestro he is as well. I can't tell you how many times I've seen him throw what looks like a blind pass. And I wonder where it's going, and suddenly it's right on target in the hands of his teammates for a basket.
Haslam a screen, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
Sellinger's checked in for Boston. Allen comes in for Bradley. Celtics trail by 3. Outside Rondo to the inside. Allen shot is off.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Now, a severe lack of awareness on his part. He had no idea he was near the out-of-bounds line.
Paul Pierce is checked in for the Celtics. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Rondo on top, defended by Chalmers. And it's Garnett penetrating. Sellinger, Celtics passing it around. Sellinger with a screen for Rondo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Sellinger, no good.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Rejected by Pierce. Chalmers against Allen. And the basket by Chalmers. Chalmers has got the lead up to 5 now for the Heat.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. Get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Rondo dishes to Pierce, and he gets it to go.
What's going on defensively there? A lack of focus, no concentration. Too easy.
Miami leading by 3. Timeout called the Heat.
And I think he believes that if he takes some time here to kind of talk things over, it'll be well served for this club.
And, maybe this gives him an opportunity to toy around with some of their game plan while he has their attention during this break in the action.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He told his squad, listen, guys, it's close. It's about execution here. If we do that, I like our chances. No hero ball, just trust each other and make a simple play. Kevin?
But they'll get another chance. Chalmers passed away. On deep, James. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwyane Wade. Wade's got 4 assists in the game. Now a timeout called by Boston. Celtics trail by 6. And it's Rondo penetrating. Battier with the steal. Dishes to LeBron. Here's Bosch. The layup off target.
I like the work there. Contesting that shot. It looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced some hits.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic. He just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, and at least as I look at it.
James gets the screen from Bosch. Battier with a screen on Pierce. 6 to shoot. Lets it fly. Wade can't hit.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
That's good. The Heat lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Paul Pierce.
Those are the types of shots down the stretch that win your ball game, Steve.
Timeout called the Heat. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He told them that he wanted them to run their offense through Wade. The coach said the first thing they should be thinking about is getting the ball in his hands and letting him lead the way on each and every possession. He also brought up the issue of perimeter defense and reminded his players to play possible that it's never too late to fine-tune the game plan. Kevin, over to you.
And thanks for that story, Doris. 16 feet away. The rebound by Garnett. Garnett's got his third rebound tonight. The drive by Rondo. The feed to Banks. That one wide left.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's his high percentage as a get.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down.
James outside. Here's Bosch. And again, it's the Heat missing. Celtics trail by 3. It's Pierce on the wing to tie it up. It's rebounded by Bosch.
Good solid defense on the perimeter there. Challenging the shot and not foul.
Even the best shooters can be bothered by his defense.
The drive by James. The shot by Wade. Another miss by Wade.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Rondo against Cole. Launches it. Rondo can't get it to go.
Looks like he's just trying to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but I don't know about that shooting.
Outside Bosch. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Now a timeout called by Boston. They're losing by 3. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Well, they've got two options here. They can go for the 3 of the tie or the quick 2 of the foul.
I like the idea of going for the quick 2. Take it to the rim. That wouldn't be a bad way to approach this situation.
Allen outside. Here's Rondo. It's good. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
So Rondo has just been stupendous.
Timeout called the Heat. The score is tied at 72. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. 15 seconds left in the game. And here's James outside. Count it!
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick 3 of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Straight back and forth sequence right there.
And now we'll look to the stands as he tells those fans, let's go.
And they're always listening to Kevin.
They are.
If he's the one doing the talking anyway.
Kind of like when you're doing the talking with us. We're always listening.
Always.
And this will give him a major lift, just like you guys give me a major lift when I hear you talking the way you're talking around the game.
Pass to Rondo. For 3. Right between the eyes. And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
Got to make a defensive adjustment here because he's just destroying them from three-point range.
Well, even when they've closed out on him, Steve, he's not going to do that.
Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And what great competition we're seeing so far. After 4 quarters, a stalemate. And we'll see now how these two teams in these few minutes of basketball pan out. It'll be the Heat off the tip. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Celtics. Brandon Bass and Kevin Garnett, the duo inside. Rajon Rondo is out there with Allen, and it's Pierce in at the 3 spot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Oh, no, you hate to see that. Those are just the kind of errors that can cost you in a game like this.
Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin and Steve. I mean, everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
Well, it makes it so much tougher to defend, too, when you have to account for all 5 offensive players, and the ball just moves so quickly. Tough to defend that.
It's LeBron with the drive, and that one's good. James has got 19 points.
Little touch of class there, guys. The end of that play with the finger roll.
Boston shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Rondo against Chalmers. Rondo with it, and he gets it to go. Rondo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Big time bucket inside. He had to get that one over the top, and he did.
And in the face of a defender who was powering over him, too. As he's one of the main reasons this game is tied up. I mean, he's done his part to keep them in it.
And here's a minute 45 left in the first overtime. Garnett outside. And the rejection by LeBron. Banked in off the glass. LeBron's got 23.
Yeah, the deeper we get into this game, the more offense we're seeing.
And that goes for both teams, Steve. Everybody firing on all cylinders right now.
Rondo drives in. The Celtics working the ball around now. From about 19 feet. It's rebounded by Bosch. Bosch has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And Chalmers kicks to James. Just about 2 minutes in now to this overtime period. What a game. The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 with their shots here in overtime. And it's Rondo penetrating. Here's dishes to Allen. Rondo passes to Banks. Rondo kicks to Garnett. He nails it. They're tied up.
Oh, what a basket, and at the perfect time.
How about the courage and backbone of this guy? Wow.
Takes it to Bosch. Outside Bosch. Wade outside. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Got sloppy in a close game. You have to take advantage of every opportunity.
Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Here with just over 2.5 minutes gone by. Outside Rondo. Garnett with the screen for Rondo. It's off.
Yeah, he got whacked. Too much debate on that. Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
First, that gives them the lead. Can't keep the ball. They really needed that.
One miss could hurt. Big difference between being up 1 and being up 2.
Timeout called the Heat. They're losing by 1. 9 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Overtime period. The drive by LeBron. It's good!
Well, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Here's Rondo. Oh, that's not a chance, but no good. And so the big win by Miami in a tough game. An impressive victory in overtime after an exciting end in regulation.
You know what? In a long game, fatigue can sometimes affect every aspect of play. They didn't look tired at all to me.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Dwyane, nice job tonight. But when you look at the games ahead, what's your outlook on this series?
It's going to be a tough series. It's going to be one of these series that's going to go down to who gets stopped, who takes care of the ball, and who rebounds. So, it's going to be a tough series, and but we up for the building.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Thank you, Doris. And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, and the whole crew from 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long, and thanks for watching the NBA Eastern Conference Finals. Now let's take a look at the Jordan Player of the Game.